Try not to have the mic too close.
Yeah. Good evening, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Tom here down at Pizzeria in Leicester, as always, pre-match. Nice bit of food, and now time to have a chat about the game. Really, talking, it's probably time is over now, is it not? And it's time that Rodgers is gone, we move on, and the players have to do the talking on the pitch.
Yeah, I think I've said that for the last month or so now. I want to see a fight in the players. I just want to see some sort of effort, and I'm hoping now with Rodgers gone, I can hopefully see the players give it a go, and just even if we lose tonight, I just want to see a fight, and hopefully change the way we play from the boring tip-tap of football and around the back, and hopefully bring it forward and be a bit more attacking going forward.
Obviously, you mentioned about the playing. It's something a lot of fans would be interested to see what we change differently. Obviously, we've been this team that we like to keep the ball, we pass it around, but over the last 18 months that just hasn't worked, and that was the downfall of Brendan Rodgers. Do you feel that players will have had a say of what they're going to do tonight?
Well, yeah, obviously we've also got the interim manager, obviously whoever's the coach for tonight would say, like you said, how do the players want to play? And for me, we want to go back to the old style, play counter-attacking football, no possession. As much as I prefer the possession football, I honestly feel like we need to go more attacking and just be on a bit more on the counter, like you say. And the likes of Vardy or Daka would be a bit more useful now, instead of playing around with the full-backs or the wingers, who for me has to be dropped at the moment.
Obviously, the usual formation has always been a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, depending how Brendan likes it gone. Do you think we'll scrap it? Do you think we'll scrap the wingers tonight and go back to a 3-5-2 where we had a bit of success in the back end of the FA Cup run, and give Vardy and Nacho a run together for these last 10 games?
I wouldn't mind going to a back 3/back 5, but in my opinion, I think we need to go to more of a 4 at the back, but take the wingers out, play Vardy and Iheanacho, or play Daka and Iheanacho, and be a bit more direct. Maddison being behind to get the through balls through, or even not go over the top. But again, it all depends if you do play 3 at the back, if the wing backs do go forward, because that is your width. And if you're playing Christensen, I think he would go forward. And if you play Pereira, you probably would go forward. But it's about doing that and making sure you come back at the right times and make sure you defend when Villa are on the counter. So for me, it all depends on how we play with the 3 at the back if we do that.
Obviously, we're 25 minutes out for team news. The team news will be an interesting scenario tonight for Mike Stow and Adam Sandler, who picked the team. The bigger question will be who plays in the middle of the park, because obviously the last few weeks Brendan's gone back to Wilfred Ndidi. We were talking about it yesterday, but really Ndidi's form has been very, very poor, but the way Brendan wants him to play isn't his natural game. Mendy, on the other hand, has been playing quite well and got dropped. Who gets a start in your head tonight? I mean, also there's Sumari's probably days are numbered at the moment because Brendan's gone now, a signing of that, but who would you pick as that defensive midfielder?
For me, I think the first choice has to be Mendy. I think he's done well the last few games he's started. You can see just his challenges alone will just get the crowd going. And I think even the passing side of it is better than Ndidi. And we know Ndidi in the past has been brilliant. But I think the time's changed now, and Mendy has to be that main man in the midfield.
I think the rest team probably picks itself. You'd pick Johnny Evans, of course, because you love Johnny Evans at the back. I think most fans have already said they want to see Sancho back in that centre-half position. Is that one that do you feel that could happen tonight?
I think it could. I honestly think Evans is in the pecking order above him. But I think for me, back 2 or back 3, if it's a back 3, I probably would see Evans in there over Sancho. I'd probably prefer Sancho in there. I think everyone would, over a Marty and everyone like that. But for me, Sancho don't fit in my style of football with 4 at the back. But if you do go for it at the back, I think Sancho has to be that 3rd man.
And obviously the big question now is, what's your prediction for tonight's game, mate?
I'm going to go 3-1. I've said to Sam, I've put Simari in my lineup to be the start. I've gone for a Daka brace and Simari to get one as well, just to get all the viewers got on my back if that happens. Obviously,
Sam's sitting down here. Sam, what are you feeling going into this game tonight, mate? I mean, is it nervous? Is it excitement? Brendan's gone. There seems to be a bit of a buzz around Pizzeria tonight in here, where I think if Brendan had been in charge, it would have been a bit deflated going into the game.
I think, obviously, like you say, we were going into the game with Rodgers in charge, and it was like everyone kind of assumed we were just going to go in typical football, same style, go in, 2-1, 3-1 loss and call it a day. But we don't know how it's going to go tonight. We could see a completely different team. We could see a completely different lineup. Like we're all hoping that the players are going to take charge a bit. And I am hopeful tonight. I think I've definitely got a lot more buzz going into tonight's game than I did 2 days ago.
Big question, Sam. What's your prediction for tonight, mate?
I've said 2-0 earlier in the live stream. I'll stick by it. I think we'll get a clean sheet for the first time in a long time tonight. I think there'll be a lot more solidity at the back. I think there'll be a lot more structure to how we play, and there'll be a lot more communication. I think there'll be a lot more management from the players themselves rather than being told how to play. They just play the way they want to play. They know their strengths in and out because they're themselves rather than Roger picking their strengths for them. So I'm going to say 2-0 with Vardy to hit both.
You've gone for the same line I did. I went for a 2-0 win tonight and a clean sheet, something that we haven't had since November. So I'm quite positive going to this game now with Brendan not being in charge. Reedy's very positive. He's had a £2 bet on Vardy to get a hat-trick. So if that comes in, the beers run really late, I presume. If you've got time, there's still time, get yourself down here to Pizzeria. Come and have a great, delicious pizza and a beer before the game. And let's all hope we're coming out the ground with smiles on our faces or a good performance, a point on the board, and hopefully it's the right direction going into the Bournemouth game.